Hey artists, today I wanted to share a really fun activity with you that was shared with me by Mrs. Simoneau, who's going to be your art teacher once you're in the middle school. And the studio cat wanted to get in the video. Alright, I'm going to share a poster with you. You've probably seen this or something like this around. Keep calm and carry on. And this poster was created originally in 1936 when the world was on the brink of entering a war, World War II. And it was just designed to help people remember that despite the craziness in the world, we're just going to keep living our lives. And since things are feeling a little bit crazy right now, I thought we could make our own Keep Calm posters. So let's check out some other versions of Keep Calm posters that have been created over the years. So people have done really interesting things with the idea of keep calm and over time. And times they're inspirational or help you set a mood. This is good for my teacher friends right now. Sometimes they're really funny. Sometimes they just have a really positive message. This is done by one of my favorite illustrators, Patrick McDonnell. He does some great books and cartoon strips. Beautiful. So there's all kinds of different things that you could create. Now, you're on my website, and if you go to the top of the page, somewhere up there, there's a button that says something about templates. And if you click on that, you will find a template you can click on with the Keep Calm and it'll print out like this, and you can design your own Keep Calm poster. I'm gonna start making one right now. Have fun making yours. As I sit down to make mine, I was trying to come up with an idea, and I was really just thinking about things we've been doing around my house as we've been stuck at home for a while. And something that we've been doing a lot of is singing. So my poster is going to be Keep Calm and Sing. And I made a decision. We've been looking at a lot of pigeon books around my house. I actually just made a video about how to draw the pigeon. So I'm gonna have the pigeon be saying the word sing. So you see how I'm using basic shapes to build my pigeon. Go. I've got my pigeon. I'm gonna go ahead and outline him. You can use whatever materials you have to do this. You might use markers or crayons or colored pencils. You might do mixed media. You do multiple tools to create your drawing. Remember, when you're coloring, you never want to work in an uncomfortable way, so move your paper so that you can color comfortably. And I like to move it so that I can always be coloring in the same direction, so my hand doesn't move in all different ways and you get that scribbly look. I like to go ahead, this will be a good example because I'm going to draw around the head of the pigeon, and so I need to keep moving my paper to keep coloring in the same direction. Really get a much neater look when you do that. While I was coloring, I had another idea. I'm gonna add in some musical notes. Just go right for my black crayon. gonna put them a little bit randomly around my poster, but trying to fill up the space. It's always important to try and use your space well. Getting ready to color the background of my poster, I made a couple design decisions that I think are important that you guys might want to think about how you're designing your poster. So in the pigeon books, the pigeon is always speaking in what we call word balloons in comic books that have this round thing around them and then the little tail that leads to the bird. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that tail in to show that he's saying it, and wrap around my word balloon. And I don't think I'm going to outline that. I think I'm just going to leave it in pencil and color right up to those lines and then leave this white. The other thing I decided was I'm going to leave the white border around my poster, so I'm just going to sketch in a border, and this will tell me where to stop coloring. Now these aren't rules you have to follow, but just design ideas you might want to consider and try, and you might come up with some of your own ideas. Now I think the fun thing about doing the border like this is that I'm having the pigeon and some of these musical notes breaking out of the border as though the singing is coming right out at you. Alright, now that I've sketched that in, I can start coloring. I'm gonna try something fun that I like to do sometimes, which is to add a drop shadow to my image, which makes things look like they're popping off the page. To do this, I'm gonna use a purple crayon. You could do it with a black crayon too, but if you look at shadows, they're rarely actually black or gray. They're usually some sort of color in them. I'm gonna go ahead and use purple. That works pretty well. And to make a drop shadow, I kinda copy the shapes. I copy the shapes that are already there, like the shape of his head and his neck. And then I shade them in lightly. And I do it just a little bit darker right up close to whatever's casting the shadow. In this case, it's the pigeon. And I make sure to do it everywhere. If the light's coming this way, it's going to cast a shadow down and to the side a little bit. And I just think it's a really cool effect to make things look a little bit 3D, and I'm going to go ahead and do it with my music notes too. Alright artists, so there is my Keep Calm and Sing poster with a guest appearance by The Pigeon, one of my favorites. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Help us all keep calm. And if you want to, go ahead and upload them to me, and I will post them in our gallery. Alright guys, have fun.